I'm just making sure. Cam, you can hear me? Okay. Can y'all see me? And can y'all hear me? Gemma, can you answer to see if hey everybody, happy thriving Thursday. I'm just trying to make sure y'all can see me and hear me and stuff. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So, all right, great. So, today we are our topic today is well, first of all, happy Thriving Thursday, everybody. I hope you all had a productive week so far. I hope I missed y'all last week. I was out of town, but I did miss y'all. I was kind of sad that I couldn't do my session. Um, yeah, I okay. So it does look squished on my end. That's what I was, but we gonna work with it today. I'm not sure why it's looking like that, but let me check in my settings to see if it's anything. Nope. I'm not sure. We're gonna work with the squish look. All right, so today our topic is Summer Body 2022. No, everybody is summer body this, summer body that. So we're gonna talk about that and just some of the standards that go along with it and some of the things that you may not want to look at or pay attention to. So that's our thing. But first, I have a couple of questions for y'all in the chat. So I just want to make sure that y'all, like, I know the last time I talked to you all, I wanted to challenge you all to do something to better yourself, better your health. So something like that. So my first question is, what have you done in the past 2 weeks to better yourself, to better your health? So, did you pick up a new habit? Did you change something in your diet? Did you add another cup of water to your intake? Anything like that? Just, oh man, somebody's quality is bad. I'm not sure why it's like that. I usually don't have no problems. Um, I usually have good service out here, but we just gonna work with it. But yeah, so what are some things that you've done to better yourself? So for me, I put myself back on a schedule. Somebody said they went to the gym 3 times. That's great. Drinking more water. So I actually, one of the things that I did, I cut juice out. I don't really drink a lot of juice, but I did. And I put myself back on schedule because we all need it. Eating more vegetables, went to Planet Fitness. Okay. Water, it is good. And you want to know what? Donovan, I'm going to say this to you now. The more you drink water, the more you're going to be critical of other water. So it's like, it's some waters that I absolutely will not drink because it tastes funny to me because I drink water so much. So I know what kind of water I like. And the more you drink water, you're going to realize like you have a taste in water or you have a preference in water, which is, it's crazy to think about because water is supposed to be water, but you know what? All water is not the same. Um, been cutting negative people off, staying to myself. I love it. Let's continue to do that. Especially since we talked about spring cleaning last week. So that's great. I'm not drinking Deer Park water. I don't really know if I drink Deer Park like that. I don't think I drink Deer Park. I usually try to do like I usually try to do more like smart water. I love Fiji. Um I don't drink Dasani at all. That is ugh. And I don't like Aquafina, but I do. So I'm going to shout out one of my old teammates. She has a brand of water. She does sell it in the store, but I'm not sure where it is. But this water is good. It's an alkaline water. Um, so I buy it, drink it. And then, all right, so I'm glad that y'all are doing stuff to better yourself and better your health. That's very important, especially we're coming to the end of a season and we're starting a new season within like the next 2 weeks. I think the first day of summer is officially like June the 22nd or something. So it's good to go ahead and try to get in your habit for the summer. A lot of y'all, if you are still in school, you will be out of school soon. So you can really take the time to focus on the things that you need to do to better yourself for the next season or the next um, quarter of school, the next term of school. The box water, I don't think I've ever had box water. I may have. I don't think so though. But I'm glad that y'all are increasing your water intake, especially with this heat out here. So, all right. And the next thing, I have more. I have a couple of opening questions for y'all. So just bear with me. It's a lot of questions. The next question is yes. Do you have any goals for your health to start the summer off? I drink like 10 small bottles so I can feel. Oh, did I bring my I did bring my water bottle for y'all. I did bring my water bottle to show y'all what I was telling y'all about. So I drink this. I'm on my third fill of this bottle, but I drink this. So it does make you feel like you're doing something. But do any of y'all have goals to start the summer off, like as far as like anything actually? Like, is anybody taking a summer class? Is anybody looking to start something new this summer? Is anybody looking to change anything this summer that may bring them into a better fall season or end of summer season? So like maybe to change what the beginning of your school year may look like next year, because school pretty much is over. So do any of y'all have any goals bettering your graphic design skills? Okay, so Antonio, my question to you is have you looked into any programs that maybe you can work in this summer? And if not, like, I mean, I'm I'm open to looking for resources for you to help you out if you want to work on your graphic design skills. I know there are a lot of places they offer classes, and the classes usually are about 6 weeks, something like that, just to get a little bit better. My goal is to acknowledge my overall health, my mental health. To be specific, I need to talk about it more because I have been through so much this year. Okay, Donovan, that's great. So I I told y'all, I think I told y'all 2 weeks ago that I was preparing myself to apply for school. I did apply for my degree in clinical and mental health counseling. I did get into my program. So Donovan, if you ever need to talk, you need some advice, I'm here. You can always get my email, and I'm willing to help you out and just help you through some stuff. Even if you don't want to be specific, I can definitely help you out. You can be dancing more. That's good. That's good. Dancing more. So, but also remember, I think I told you before, like don't stress yourself out dancing. Like don't overdo your body. Looked at 3 camps. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Maya, um, have you, thank you, Donovan. Maya, have you looked into like just different tutoring programs? A lot of the times, like reach out to these tutors, go back into like your old books and stuff like that. But I love to see that you all have these goals for yourselves to better yourselves. Like a lot of us are like we in a stage where you don't really know what you want, and I love to see that y'all know what you want, and y'all pretty much know like how you're gonna get there. But if y'all ever need help with steps or anything, don't ever hesitate to reach out. Like I'll get to you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So yeah, if but I'm glad to see that y'all do have some goals for yourselves. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about these summer bodies. So, a big like this is a big question because social media has a lot of influence over the things that we do, over the way that we think, just over certain things. And I know somebody said like, you know, de-stressing and cutting people off, trying to stay off of social media more. So this will go into it. But how do you think social media influences how we value our body and our appearance? So, like, is there some things that you have changed about yourself specifically because you're like, oh, well, this person does it on social media. This person does this on Instagram. This person does this on TikTok. This person does this on Twitter. And so stuff like that. Like, what, how does it influence you? So I know a lot of the times for me, like, I wouldn't say it changes how I want to like how I appear myself, but it does change my outlook on things. So like I go to social media to see like different workout techniques or like I know another thing I guess you could say it influences your appearance. Sometimes you go on social media and they have pages that help you put outfits together. So that's a way that it does like influence my appearance or um like doing makeup and stuff. So to you specifically, how do you think it has changed the value of like our body and our appearance? Like, you know, because it's definitely it's taken over. Social media has taken over like every little thing. Like you may look at somebody on social media and you're like, dang, like that looks good. Like I wish I could look like that, but I'm getting into this because ultimately I want you all to understand that we're all different and we're all going to value things differently and we're all going to present things differently. So I just want y'all to really understand that like don't I like my gist of this is going to be really being able to value yourself and what you bring to the table and not bring what somebody else is bringing to the table. And if you are like, I mean, you can change things. Like you can take influence from social media and incorporate it into yourself. But I want you all to understand how to do that. So you shouldn't base your accomplishments or how you feel like you should look or what size you feel like you should be based on social media. So like my next thing is who is the summer body police? Like who's the summer body police? Like everybody's always saying like, oh, the summer body, but what exactly is a summer body? What's a summer body? Because from my understanding, it's your body in the summertime, but there's a stigma on it. So what is that stigma? Um, like who determines really that's my next question I think was who determines that you have a summer body. Mm, okay, that too. I think I asked that too. How does social media influence our personal standards? Being skinnier or spill. Okay. Right. Right. That's a good question though. Why do we have to look different every season? Like, yeah, slim thick. We're about to get into the body types too. So y'all are gonna see like, yes, I love it. Your summer body is your yes, please don't starve yourself because don't do it. Because honestly, like I said, Okay, Cam. So that's your summer body, making sure your feet are done. Okay, that's like a summer body thing. That so I like that. Actually, like I like that because you're not even looking at like your body shape, your body type. You looking at stuff that you're doing for your physical appearance that makes you summer ready. So having your feet done to you, Cam, is you're summer ready. I like that because I that's a thing for me. My nails and my feet. But I think that's like an all the time thing for me. But in the summer, definitely, you're like we're wearing sandals, our toes are out. You want to have your feet done. Um, but again, so I look the same all year. Clear skin, clearer skin. So your summer, your skin is clearer in the summer, Gemma. That's amazing because mine is not. My face is fine, but I get heat rashes real bad in the summer, and I hate it. I went out of town when I came back, like heat rash, heat bumps, sunburn all the time, all summer. That's me all summer. But yeah, so just thinking about stuff like that, like y'all are giving y'all answers on what you feel like your summer body is and all of that. So the next thing I think it should be like who's to determine what your summer body is? Like who's the summer body police? Like who's to say you're not ready for the summer? Is it you or is it social media or is it the people around you? And that's really what I want y'all to take from this is that like you shouldn't let social media influence your personal standards and your standards on how you look or how you feel about the way you look or how you just how you feel like there are some positive social media pages where you will learn a lot from like there are pages that help you with relaxation or help you with meditation or just help you with being a better communicator just anything but yes like so some of y'all answered like what determines a summer body from social media standards, slim, thick, or you know anything. Like I wanted to put this audio in here, but I didn't forget, but I also didn't know like how it will work out. But there's a audio on Instagram. I think it's on TikTok too, and it's like I don't owe anybody flat tummy. I don't owe anybody big waist or something like that. And that right there, like if y'all can find that audio, like that's the perfect example of what I'm talking about right now. That is like that's the perfect example. Because who is the summer body judge, the summer body police? Like who's to tell you, oh, you're not ready for the summer? It's summertime and I'm here. You're ready. And sometimes you have to present it like that. Like a lot of people, they go and they always say summer bodies are made in the winter. Okay, well, if this is the body that was made for me in the winter, this is my summer body. Summer bodies are made in the gym. Not necessarily. You can go and run outside. You can go, like, your summer body is about what you're bringing to the table. When you step out of that door to go outside, like y'all like to say, y'all are outside. When you go to step outside, your summer body is what steps outside of your door. Your summer body is whatever you look like when you put that bathing suit on. And like I do like my all of my previous sessions, like I do talk about, working out and stuff, but I'm not telling you to work out so that you can be this size or you can look this way. My okay. And so right. I'm gonna have to go and look at that page too. So thank you, Donovan. But yeah, like when you go to the pool and you have your bathing suit on or your swimming trunks on, whatever you wear to the pool, that's your summer body. It's the summertime and you're outside. But ultimately, like nobody should be sitting there looking like, oh, well, I don't like her body. If you don't like it, don't look. And that's how you have to carry people sometimes. You don't like what I'm bringing to the table, don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Keep those people out of your spaces. If somebody always has something to say about your weight, oh, you're too big, oh, you're too skinny, so what? Your body is your body. We're all different. Nobody's body is the same. Nobody's. So the summer body judge really is you. If this is what you're bringing to the summertime, then that's what you're bringing to the summertime, and bring it. And bring it with confidence, with your head held high. Don't let social media or just people around you make you feel uncomfortable. And that's like a big thing. I talked to you all of like when I first did my session about just like having body image issues, where even now, like I get in this like, oh, like, well, maybe I'm too thick, or maybe I look too skinny, or maybe I look this, maybe I look that. And that comes from allowing people around me to put those things in my head. And then you looking in the mirror and you're seeing what they're seeing, but you're not seeing what's really there. And that's what's really there. That's whatever you see, that's who you are. You can't determine how you look based off of what other people are saying to you. Okay. And that's the thing. Sometimes you really have to carry, and it's not even being rude when you're saying that, Gemma. Like when you're telling people like, look the other way, don't look at me. If somebody is looking at you with disgust, I tell my kids, you either have something that they want, something that they wanted, something that they can't have, but you have to carry people in the way that they try to carry you. So if somebody is trying to carry you with disrespect, I'm not telling y'all to be disrespectful, but put them in their place. If somebody's looking at you like, oh no, I don't like what you're eating, or I don't like what you're doing, I don't like what you're wearing, so what? You didn't buy my clothes, you don't buy the food that I eat. You're not my mom, you're not my dad. And no disrespect to parents, but your parents don't determine who you are. Your parents have instilled values in you, and you take them in your own way. But I'm not going to necessarily say that everything that my parents value or everything that my parents taught me that I agree with, there, or everything that my parents are still teaching me I agree with. It's just not possible, because we're all our own people. Like, you're your own person, and you have to be that. And especially when it comes to like family and your parents, you can do it in a respectful way. I'm gonna give y'all an example. So when I was in about high school, I played sports, and I didn't really, I like to dress up, but I didn't dress up too often. And so my mom loved to see me dress up. And so she started buying me like tighter dresses and just skirts to make you look older. Like there are certain things that at certain stages in your life, the way you dress may change. And I had like my aunts would comment like, oh, that skirt is too short, that skirt is too tight. And I had to get to the point where I was saying, but you didn't buy it, my mother did. My mother let me walk out the house like this, so this is how I'm walking. This is what I'm wearing. So, like, you can't allow the people around you to take you down, to make you feel bad about how you present. Present in your own unique way, and carry it with your head held high. Um, so the next thing I'm going to explain to y'all is about the body types. So there are 3 different body types. It's ectomorph, mesomorphs, and endomorphs. Um, I learned these in college. They're really simple, and there are more because you can present as multiple, and then I think there is an extension of them just over time. The body types have been extended, but so we're gonna start off with the ectomorph, and so that one, uh, that's on the next one. The ectomorph, it tells you how they present. So an ectomorph is usually somebody who is a little slimmer. Their hips are narrow, their joints are small, they have a thin build, and their limbs are longer. So these are people who, like, as a kid you would be like, oh, you're long and slinky. Like, that's an ectomorph. And so an ectomorph, like I'm saying, they present like long and slinky. So you have to think about it, like, everybody's not built that way. And this is where genetics come to play a lot of the time. So for me, my dad is a mix of an ectomorph, in which the next one will be a mesomorph. My dad is long and slim, but my dad also has muscles. So a mesomorph is, you have thin joints, so like your wrists, so your outer extremities are smaller, but you have like a muscular build. You build muscle easily, but you still present a little slim. And then the next one is an endomorph, and that's where you get like a stockier build. Your rib cage is a little wider, and your limbs can be shorter. That's not always the case, and a lot of the times you can mix in and have qualities of all three. You can just be one. You can have qualities of two. And if you look at it, and I'm not asking y'all to put your business out there, but if you are comfortable, and after seeing that, if you could pick one or two or all of them, how would you identify? Because a lot of the times that your body type determines how you build muscle, your body type determines how you lose fat. Just, it's like, so that's like, everybody's different, but there are people that present with all three. So you have to look into that when you're determining your summer body or just your body type, and that's a good thing to know. And so all bodies are different, so we all carry weight different. Like, for women, we tend to carry weight more around like our hips and our lower belly, and that is actually like, that's a good thing because it's protecting you. Women, we carry babies, so you have to protect those organs down there. So that's, and like men, so women have more of a, like, your shape is always going to be different, even if you are a ectomorph. You still will have a shape, like your shape different, like your hips are shaped different. Men and women, their hips are shaped different. So that's something that yeah, that's something that you have to consider also when working out and losing weight. Like, I know a lot of women, like, we're like, oh, we have this stubborn belly fat or whatever, but it's there to protect us. It's there. So you may want to be a little easier on that, and don't beat yourself out about it. Yeah, y'all are right. Um, and then you all present different when it comes to what's classified as, the body type. So you could, like I just said, a man and a woman can both be ectomorphs, but they're still going to present differently. A man and a woman can be a mesomorph, a endomorph. You're still going to present differently. Just, it's you know it's genetics. um And then I told you all before, you could present as a combination of the body types, which that can be a blessing and a curse too. I'm gonna tell y'all, I have a stocky build. I'm solid, but my limbs are slim. And that's, that's, it's nothing bad. Thank you, Bree. It's nothing bad with presenting from. It's nothing bad with presenting with different ones. You benefit from it. You may see like you look at different celebrities, and if you look at, hmm, I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, so we're gonna go with Brittany Griner because she's been overseas for a minute. Um, but she would be someone who presents as a ectomorph and a mesomorph because she has a long, thank you, Donovan, because she is very long in the limbs. She has a slim build, but she's also muscular, so she also has a solid build. And then you may look at somebody like, we're gonna say Maya Moore, who to me I would say is a true mesomorph, where she still has long, slim limbs, but she still has that solid build. And then a ectomorph, a true ectomorph would be Brianna Stewart, where she's long, she's lanky, and you can see that. And I don't know if you all watch the WNBA, but it's WNBA season, so we're going to use these WNBA players today. And you would have or another true ectomorph would be Lisa Leslie. I would say Candace Parker is. I want you to go and look it up, Gemma. We gonna get you hip with these WNBA players. My Candace Parker, I would say she's a mix between an ectomorph and a mesomorph. A true endomorph to me would be somebody like, ooh, that's hard. Okay, she's a college player, but a true endomorph to me would be Ashley Owusu. She just went to Maryland. She just transferred to Virginia Tech, where she has like a stocky build, but she's not big. She carries her muscle, and you can see it. So that's the things that determine what you are. Thank you, Sydney. That determines like what you are. So if you look at those women, men. Ooh, thank you, Gemma. Thank you for looking up my girls. Men, you definitely. I'm trying to say, okay, a mix between the ectomorph and a mesomorph. We gonna say Shaq, where he has long limbs, but he's solid, and he even has some endomorph qualities because he does have like a thicker build. Um, a true ectomorph male would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where he's just long, lanky, and that's it. All he is length, arms and legs. A true let's see, a true endomorph man, I would say would be Luca. He plays for the Mavericks. So I would say that a true mesomorph man, we're gonna go with LeBron. If you don't know who LeBron is, we're gonna have to have some side conversations. But that would be a true mesomorph man where he's long, but he's solid. He has like a good build on his muscles. So that's some examples of real life people that you could see instead of the cartoon pictures. But so if you think about it now, like that'll determine like what workouts you do. So your body type would determine like what workouts you do. So if you're a mesomorph and you're trying to slim down, you don't necessarily want to be lifting too heavy. If you are a endomorph and you're trying to slim down, you want to lift, but you want to do higher reps. If you're an ectomorph and you are trying to gain weight, which a lot of the times that is the goal for an ectomorph because they do have that slimmer build. Now you are at the point where you're trying to lift a little heavier. You're trying to eat a little more protein. You're trying to eat You're trying to eat a little more carbs so that you could build up that muscle, build up that weight. So that's what you like. So when you look at the different body types, it determines like what type of diet plan you will go on, what type of exercise plan you will go on, and why you present the way that you do. There's nothing wrong with any of the ways, any of the body types. And I want y'all to understand it a little bit more. That way you can understand your body a little bit more. Like a lot of the times when we're working out, we don't understand what our body type is, or what our, even your blood types, like little stuff like that. You have to learn your body a little bit more so that you can get to where you want to be. But ultimately you need to be the one determining what's best for you and what's best for your body. Don't let any of these outside influences determine what your body should look like, or what how you should present yourself. That's up to you. um and then, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, because I think I talked a lot about the body types. I get real touchy when it comes to that. But the summer body police, um, and I've continued to touch on this in this session, but take pride in your appearance. So if you long, tall, slim, take pride in it and walk with your head held high. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how slim you are, how thick you are. It doesn't matter. Like, it's genetics. And if you do want to present a certain way, then you have to determine what you're going to do to change that. But nobody else should be that influence on, oh, you have to change to be like this. Ultimately, it's your body. Yes. And I talked to y'all about this before. They're measuring us off of Eurocentric standards. So don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. You're like, muscle weighs more than fat. Muscle and fat look different. Um, I wish that I had a picture. Next week I might throw a picture in there so that y'all can see the difference between muscle and fat and how it looks. You're gonna be heavy. If you have more muscle, you're gonna be heavier. Because there are some people that are slim, but they're built. I'm an example. Like, they're smaller, but they have a lot of muscle. And then you're looking, and then you go and get on the scale, and it's like, dang, you really weigh that much? Weight is nothing but a number, and you have to. Sometimes you really have to remember that. So when you go to the doctors and they're saying, "Oh, you're overweight. Oh, you're obese," don't accept it. And if you do, and if you feel like there's an issue with your weight, that's where you go to take the steps. Now, there is some times where people are bigger and it is unhealthy, but even then, it is going to always be their decision to change. We can't change anybody. The doctors can't change how people think, can't change what people eat. They can put you on a diet plan, but the doctor can't hold your hand. Your dietitian can't hold your hand. Your personal trainer can't hold your hand. So ultimately, you have to determine where you want to be, because it's your body. And social media, ignore it. That's why I've always, like, every session I always say, like, take a break from social media, because at the beginning of summer, or you're looking at people, they're taking their trips and they're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for the summer, blah blah. And then you feel like you're not there. Why? Because you saw this person on social media with this body type, or they had on this bathing suit and it looked good on them, but now you wonder how it's going to look on you. No, get the bathing suit that you want. Get the clothes that you want. You know what looks good on you, and that's all that matters. There, we're all ugly to somebody. Somebody doesn't like the way that we all look, or that we all present ourselves, but that's up to them. I sleep good at night, and that's what you have to tell some people. I sleep good at night. How do you sleep? That you're this worried about how I look, how I present myself. And you control your happiness. So if you're happy with what you see in the mirror, be happy, applaud yourself, celebrate yourself. But if you're not happy, okay, now you take a step back and say, hey, I don't like this. How am I going to change this? You have to be the one to take that step. Nobody can take that step for you, and nobody should have to ever push you to take that step. We all need support, but that's all we need. We don't need somebody to say, oh, you look big, you need to. I do. Miss Mo knows. I sleep good at night, starting at 9:30 for the most part. Um, but we have to be the ones to say, like, hey, this is not what I want for myself. Like, I know that I may want to get slimmer. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go run. But we have to be the ones to do it. Nobody else can do it for us. Nobody else can make us, because nobody else should be determining your happiness. You should be the one determining your happiness. And that's what I want you to understand. I think that's usually my message to you is you control your happiness. You determine your happiness. You determine how you feel about yourself. I've been there where I've had body image issues, and even at my age, I fall back into that. But because some things have been programmed into me as a child, so some things are hard to get rid of, but then I have to remember you have to practice what you preach. So if I'm coming on here telling you that you should determine your own happiness, I also have to remember, and that's a lot of times I do, even when I'm talking to my daughter, like I have to say, like, you know what? Somebody else told you that they don't like this about you, so you shouldn't be changing it. Don't change according to what somebody else likes. If that's what they want you to look like, maybe they're projecting. They could be projecting. They're telling you that they're fat, that you're fat, but really they feel like they're fat. And that may be something that you have to start asking people. When people are telling you, oh, you too skinny, or oh, you too big, you can look at them and say, oh, are you projecting? It sounds like somebody's projecting. Because that's what people do. They will project their insecurities on you. And that's why I always say, like, you determine your happiness. Because if you let other people be the determining factor of how happy you are or how you feel about yourself, you're never going to be satisfied. You're not here to live your life for anybody else. You're here to live your life for you. You're here to satisfy yourself. Anything that you do you shouldn't be doing anything to satisfy anybody else but yourself. If it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. So yes, I push, workout and all that. I'm pushing the workout because I want you to work out and I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. Working out doesn't always change your appearance, but working out helps your heart. Working out helps your muscles, helps your bones, your limbs. Staying active, those things as we get older, if we're not active, our muscles deteriorate, our bones deteriorate. So that's why as you get older, your heart gets weaker. So that's why I push the working out. I'm not pushing working out to say, oh, y'all are fat, oh, y'all are out of shape. No. Now I'm a coach, so I do tell my players that they're out of shape, but that's because they actually have to run up and down the court, and ultimately the goal is to get a scholarship. So that's one thing. That's a coach thing, to tell your players they're out of shape. But you have to be satisfied with yourself. Like that's like the biggest thing. Be happy with yourself. And then you go and be happy with other people, or then you go and take people's suggestions if you feel like it. Because you're not obligated to take anybody's suggestions on your life. It's your life. It's your body. It's you. Live for you and not for the people around you. Don't live for social media. Like, I'm telling you, people are getting on social media. You may think that somebody done worked out to get this body and they went and got surgery. And you over here busting your tail, passing out, starving, because you think somebody done worked out hard to get that body that they done paid for. Or that they even photoshopped, or that they edited. Let's let's even get into that, because I think, Donovan, you do graphic design, so you should know you can easily edit a photo to have that quote unquote summer body that social media is determining what the summer body is. Like, that's, ignore that. But yeah, um, but I think, did I have something else? I think that was it. But yeah, like, I just want y'all to really understand, you determine your own happiness, and that is what I'm going to leave with you all. Take pride in your body, take pride in yourself, take care of yourself, for yourself, not for anybody else. So thank y'all. Have a wonderful Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all next week. If you have any questions, if you need help with anything, you all are welcome to get my email. I don't mind answering. But yeah, thank you. But I'll see y'all next week. Thanks.